Hey guys, quick little pre-video spiel here. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you can be the first one to know every time I release a new Destiny video, which, at the moment, happens twice a week. I am on the road to 1.5k subs right now, and at the moment, we're only 50 away from that number. So, any and all support is greatly appreciated. You guys make my noodles boil. I'm honestly not even sure what that means, but still, it's gotta be a good thing. I think? Anyway, about that weapon review. Sacred Provenance is an anomaly in Destiny 2. I say this because there are so few guns in this game that are as flawless and as sleek as it. Everything about it was designed with the idea of versatility in mind. Need a large magazine? Check. Maybe some bullets for your laser? Check. Need some range for those rounds? Also check. There are so many different things about this gun that make it absolutely fantastic. I could literally go on for days in detail as to why this is the only pulse rifle that actually matters, quote unquote, in Destiny right now. Even if Cold Denial is good, it's not even in the same universe as Sacred Provenance. Now, I would imagine that you guys are already tired of hearing me jack this gun off, and honestly, what can I say? I am a man of fine taste, and a good gun is a slight turn-on for me. All jokes aside, it really is that good. Like, for real, it is an absolute must-have. In terms of stats, Sacred has an impact of 35, a max range of 95, a maximum stability of 70, a max handling of 54, and a natural reload of 24. That honestly doesn't even matter because rapid hit, and a max magazine of 64 as well if you put a backup mag on there. It is insane. It has an aim assist of 48 with a recoil of 70, which again is non-existent. I either don't understand how Bungie gauges recoil direction or the numbers are just wrong and the game is lying because I never notice any recoil deviation. The third and fourth tier roll that you're looking for here is rapid hit and kill clip, as it is still the highest DPS roll that you can get for Sacred Provenance right now. Rapid hit increases stability and reload speed on consecutive critical hits, and kill clip provides a damage buff from changing magazines after a kill, hence the name. Rapid hit is one of those perks that I honestly don't even think should be on a gun like this, but I'm glad that it is. Now, I say that because it almost makes it a little too good when you take into account the aim assist of the archetype. 48 might not seem like all that much, but it's a lot more than you might think, and that aim assist is applied to every round, not just the first of the 4 in every burst. I hate using the term god roll, but that's exactly what this is. You can't find one better than this, not without digging and farming for the perfect first and second tier parts in Garden of Salvation. This is one hell of a gun, as I mentioned earlier, but it's the versatility of the rifle that makes it stand out. That and the hellish amount of range that you can stack with the right perks. It is possible to get a trash roll though, so I'm going to show you what you want to keep and what you want to immediately throw away. Range is absolutely incredible on Sacred. It can stack all the way up to an insane 95, making it one of the longest range guns in Destiny right now that isn't a sniper rifle. The only gun that can beat it that I know of is Blast Furnace, which clocks at a max range of 98. The 95 range stat on Sacred comes from full bore and accurized rounds. In combination with its optics, this is the single best pulse rifle that you can get, or at the very least, the single best rendition of Sacred Provenance. There aren't any other guns in this weapon class that have this type of range with such small stat losses universally. Again, that is excluding Blast Furnace. With full bore and accurized rounds, stability will drop to 52 and handling to 36, and both of those can still go lower. This gun will let you shoot things from the other side of the planet. This is not a joke. In the event that you're not the most accurate shot in the world, this gun essentially just kind of aims for you. Aim assist is extremely forgiving when taking into account the 4-round burst and perks like rapid hit. Stability can be pushed to a max of 70 with polygonal rifling, but it will drop to 52 if tier 1 rolls for full bore. 52 is not bad by any stretch. It's actually fair considering the large magazine size and the overall range, but if you're trying to spec for stability, you're going to want to avoid full bore. Handling is one of those stats that can be overlooked on a gun like this, specifically because of its incredible range and, of course, rapid hit. A fluted barrel will push your handling to a max of 54, whereas an extended barrel will drop your handling to its lowest stat of 32. Definitely avoid the extended barrel if you're considering a roll in handling. All those numbers and part names were more or less just the best and the worst tiers for primary stat lines. There's no sense in farming if you don't even know what you're looking for, so we're going to backtrack just a little bit, and we're going to go in depth as to why rapid hit and kill clip is just a desirable roll all around. In terms of optimal rolls for all 4 tiers, that really comes down to personal taste in gun stats. Which primary stat is of most value to the individual? That is what matters here. From where I'm standing, you can't go wrong with pushing for higher range numbers, so the first perk I want for my optimal roll is full bore. You already have extreme range for this gun and enough aim assist to back it up. 86 in range will definitely suffice. Anything past that, even though it's great, and you start risking to set the gun off balance. Too much of an effect in one area causes a lack of effect in another, and it can potentially do more harm than it does help. Range is great, but magazine size equates to higher overall DPS. Because of that, the next perk that I want for my optimal roll is Extended Mag. This perk will push your magazine size to 53 rounds, and it can be pushed even further to a maximum of 64 if you slot a backup mag on it as well. That is a big magazine. It might even be one of the biggest magazines you can get for a pulse rifle in Destiny as of right now. Extended Mag puts a large emphasis on extra damage, so we're definitely going to go with that. Rapid Hit, like I said earlier, is the absolute best perk you can get in Tier 3 because it buffs stability and increases reload speed on successful critical hits. This is a major boost because reload time on these types of guns is typically below a healthy number, and with all of that range and aim assist, you've got yourself a golden gun if you manage to snag this one. Lastly, we're looking for Kill Clip. Now, this one doesn't really need very much explaining. It's extra damage, and aside from Head Seeker, which is more of a crucible perk than anything else, this is the only damage buff in Tier 4, which makes it one of the single most sought-after perks for this gun. You can't go wrong with buffed range, stability, reload, and damage. It's honestly just too good to pass up. With the right parts, a range masterwork may even let you push your range past 100. Whether or not gun stats have any effect past 100 is anybody's guess, because I have no idea, but I mean, at least it looks kinda cool. I got this roll initially a few weeks after Garden of Salvation launched, and out of all the drops that I've gotten, it is the only one that I haven't had to go back with the intent of farming for. In a nutshell, it's almost too good to be true. There aren't hardly any other guns in this game with such high base stats like this. It is exceedingly abnormal, or, like I said at the beginning of this video, it is an anomaly within Destiny 2. This just is not normal. These stats are just too good. And for the record, that's not a complaint either. It's hard to use the term best in this game, mostly because the word in and of itself is mostly based on player opinion. That being said, however, I do genuinely feel like this gun may be the end-all be-all of aggressive pulse rifles. I spent a lot of time digging and comparing stats, and the only real gun worth comparing to it is Blast Furnace, and even then, it's being sunset in just a few short weeks. If aggressive pulse rifles are a major part of your loadout, then you need to go and get this gun. You can get it in Garden of Salvation by killing the Consecrated Mind in the 3rd encounter. Definitely go and get this while you can, so you can get the most out of it before it eventually sunsets too. Its power cap sits at 1360, making it viable until Season 14. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at the 7th Seraph CQC, because I feel like this shotgun is grossly overlooked, and because I've had a multitude of subscribers ask me to cover it. And because I got like 70 of them last season. I don't want to talk about it. I did a lot of farming. You'll hear my nasally voice again in just a few short days, so I'll see all of you later, you beautiful damn people, you. The Boy of Jays is out.